A big day on Tuesday inside a packed room at Texas station. Cox Charities and Cox Las Vegas presented $110,000 to 25 deserving nonprofits. Here to tell us more about their effort is Stephanie Stallworth, the Director of Public Affairs for Cox Communications Las Vegas. Also with us, Arash Ghafouri, the Executive Director of Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. Good morning to both of you.
Good
Welcome
morning.
back. It's so great to see you.
Thank you as well.
Now, Stephanie, let's start with you. Tell us about Cox Charities and your mission.
Well, Cox Charities is really our philanthropic giving arm of our company, Cox Communications Las Vegas. And every year we hold a big workplace giving campaign, and our employees are so generous. They open up their wallets, they give all this money, and they also get to read the grant requests from local organizations and determine where that money goes. So Cox Charities is 100% employee-raised money and employee-directed money.
You have a lot of generous employees then in your company.
Do.
It's incredible. And how many years have you been doing this?
This program actually started in 2007. We issued our first grant in 2008, and yesterday recognized a very significant milestone for us.
And let's talk about that. You presented 25 nonprofits with a check, basically.
So every year we bring our nonprofits in that receive the grants that our employees direct and determine. And this last year, yesterday, we gave away 25 grants to local nonprofits, and that culmination of grants pushed us over the $1 million mark. So over the inception of the entire program, we have given $1 million to this community in cash to help local nonprofits.
And Stephanie, we're looking at the video. It looks like one giant party.
It was a huge celebration. We only hit $1 million once, right?
So
we brought all of our employees together and let them celebrate the fact that they did this. They made the difference in this community.
Now, you celebrated yesterday. At what time was this event?
This was in the morning.
This was in the morning. That's a huge turnout.
It was a huge turnout. We had a lot of employees there, and they were really into it. It was almost like a telethon, because what we did is we invited a couple of employees that were randomly selected to come up and select their favorite organization on the stage, and then we decided to double that organization's grant. So if you've got a $5,000 grant, it immediately turned into a $10,000 grant. And those type of little telethon-like activities pushed us over the $1 million mark.
And the money was as little as how much?
Well, we had $1,500 grants all the way up to $6,000 grants. But once they were doubled, they were significantly more.
Exactly. And one of the people that you helped out is Arash here. Tell us about your group and your mission.
Absolutely. Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. We do anything and everything we can to help homeless youth. We have 6 programs that work together. Everything from emergency shelters to housing programs to our drop-in center, which is what Cox is helping us with.
Is this the first time you received this money, or this is...
No, actually we've been involved since inception, and we're very, very happy and fortunate to be the recipient of almost $50,000 of all employee money from Cox.
So you've been there since the beginning.
Absolutely.
That is incredible. And what do you do with the money?
Actually, we use it for food vouchers, because when it comes down to homeless youth, essentially they're in survival mode when they're out in the streets, so we have to overcome their survival mode so then we can have them be future oriented. And Cox helps us provide food and other basic resources to take their mind off of survival mode, so then we can work with them on getting them a job, getting them in school, and getting to a self-sufficient, bright young future.
$50,000 over the past several years, that's a huge chunk of change. Absolutely,
and what's even more impressive is that it comes from the employees directly. We go talk to the employees learn about our charities, and then they make their selections. So it's entirely driven by them, and that's really the most amazing part, because we consider ourselves more of a grassroots organization. We don't charge our clients for services. So to have employees like Cox employees really band together and come help us and say, look, homeless youth is a serious issue in our community, and we're going to personally invest in it, that's amazing.
Now, Stephanie, people are listening right now, a lot of nonprofits in our community trying to do good for the groups that they're helping out. So it's too late, obviously, for this year, because it just wrapped up, but how do they get involved?
Well, actually, our next grant cycle starts in October. So all they need to do is, if you're a local nonprofit, go to coxcharitieslv.com. There's an interest form there. They fill out that interest form, send it in. They're automatically put into our database, so that every year we will automatically send them a grant application and invite them to apply. And then again, those grants applications are reviewed by our employees.
So it's so important to open up the email, write that grant, and take it very seriously, because that's free money for so many groups.
It is, and we know how the difference it makes in people's lives. These nonprofits are doing such tremendous good, and we're very proud at Cox Communications that we can play a very small part of that. The other thing that our employees do, we found a significant correlation, is the increase in employee giving also increases the number of employee volunteerism. Last year alone, we had over 13,000 volunteer hours logged. by our
Wow.
employees. And we know we're going to surpass that this year.
Well, a big shout out to all of you at your company there. That is incredible work that
Thank
they're
you.
doing. Thank you so much, and thank you, Rash.
Thank you.
Now, Cox Charities is giving back to Valley nonprofits. Yesterday, they reached a $1 million milestone for total number of grants handed out since 2007. To learn more about their efforts or to apply for a grant for your nonprofit, visit the website right there on your screen.